Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. Now, recently, the knife of the day has been all the new Spydercos I get as part of the Spyderco Collectors Club. And if you look back, we just finished a couple of those brand new knives from 2018 from Spyderco. But I was sitting down, like you know we do, and I did what you shouldn't do. I'm smoking a cigar, I'm drinking some scotch, and I get on Blade HQ. That should be a commercial for Blade HQ. You got a little money in the bank, you're drinking a little, you're smoking a little, come to our website. So I bought 6 new knives, and then I went back the next day and bought 2 more. In this case, it's a little bit different than what I usually do. You know, I've been collecting Spydercos for a long time, and I'm still getting the Collectors Club Spydercos. And Chris Reeve, I collected up till I had 57 Chris Reeve knives. Now, after the trimming, I'm down to, I want to say 10, 15, and I've been getting new Menundis, as you saw, to replace the Menundis that I trimmed because I missed my Menundis. Now I understand. I used to talk about people on the internet who always said, "Oh, I bought this for the 3rd time." Or I'd post a picture of some classic Spydercos. They go, "Man, I hate that I gave back my Spyderco. I sold this one. Now I can't find it at a decent price." And I never understood it because I never sold knives before. And now I understand it. Okay. Only one of the knives in this first knife shopping spree was one that I had before, and I got it with a better blade. But I sold my original in the trimming. And then the second one, I told you I got a left-handed version of a knife that I sold in the trimming. It's funny, I had a collector's version, numbered, signed by the makers, all that stuff, and I sold it in the trimming. And then I went back, and of course they no longer sell the regular versions. You'll see them, and yes, it's a tease. And so I had to get the left-handed one, but I'm fine with that one coming in. I never bought a left-handed knife. You guys can see where I'm going here, right? Well, one thing that I collected a lot, and I have an old video, one of my early ones that I think has the worst comments on it because I was early, of a lot of out-the-front Microtech automatics. In fact, all of my Microtech automatics have been out the front. But I've been seeing this Microtech LUDT for years and just never wanted it. I wanted out the fronts. You know, I grew up with switchblades that look like switchblades. I know, out the fronts aren't that, but, and so I saw this and I had to get it. I wanted to try it out. And you know, when you have some knives, I think all of these knives that just came in, by the way, yesterday evening. And so these are right out of the box. And I think right out of the box, unless you have the history like I do with Chris Reeve knives, the history like I do with Browse blades, the history, the deep history like I have with Spyderco, when you get new knives, it takes a while. So when I picked it out of the box, I'm going, I did that almost with all of the knives. Okay. But I'm liking this now that I'm flipping it. Again, the Microtech LUDT, that stands for Large Underwater Demolition Team. They first came out with the Underwater Demolition Team, and then they did a large version, and this is the larger version. This was created, what I love about Microtech, let's see, what day? Okay, this was created January 2016. It's a new knife, brand new knife, but it was created a while ago, 2 years, more than 2 years, 2.5 years or so ago. But I just wanted it, plain and simple. So let's talk about it. This has a 3.5 4-inch flat ground knife. It's stone washed in Lmax steel. For some reason, every time I'm buying a Microtech, I would say, 16 out of 17 times I end up with an Lmax. This comes in other blade steels, but I like Lmax actually. Just real nice. The entire knife is just 8 inches long, and it weighs 3.6 ounces. As you can see, it's an auto. I know in some of your markets you can't handle automatics. I can. So I'm sorry about that. It's an aluminum, like most of the automatics I've gotten from Microtech has this aluminum handle. I really like it with these grooves cut into it. It's black. It has the newer Microtech triangle hardware. Even the pivot. It's a raised pivot too, but it has that triangle. And on the back, a nice triangle. You can see it's 2 pieces of aluminum joined together. It flies out there. It doesn't have any safety lock or anything, but this is kind of recessed. It's in there. It's not easy to get at, but man, does it fly out there. The clip, well, it's not going anywhere. Look at that. 3 screws in there. It is right hand only, tip up. Now, a lot of these automatics you'll see only tip up because of the pivot and what they have to do with the locking, with the firing pin and everything. This one, though, you can't change it from right to left, so it's right-handed. But it is an automatic. It also have a lanyard hole, and it comes with a lanyard. The only knife that I'm used to, there's the PPT from Spyderco and another slip joint that I know of. So a couple of Spydercos. All of the Chris Reeves, except for the Menundis, come with lanyard. I'm not a huge lanyard guy, but I know people who are, and I love what they do with lanyards. They're so creative with lanyards. I'm just not a creative knife guy. I keep them kind of bland, but I love to see what people do with lanyards. But it's good that it comes with a lanyard as well. Just a real nice knife. Yeah, it did my. Just fires out there, easy to use, real nice. This, my friends, is the knife of the day. It's one of a number of knives. Maybe, is it today or tomorrow, Friday or something? I'll get my other ones. I think most of these knives you've never seen me with. I did it to try some knives out, and I kind of like that. I haven't done that in a long time. Usually I buy because I know kind of what I want. So this is really nice. I've been seeing it around for so long. The knife is the Microtech LUDT. They're available. Like most Microtech knives, they're available in different colors, different steels, and then you can't find them. Then there's a new batch of them, But this is really a nice knife. The Microtech LUDT, Large Underwater Demolition Team. I'm putting it up against the Sabenza 25 so you can see the size, and the Spyderco Military. But it's that just smaller than the Chris Reeve knife, a lot smaller than the Military. With those aluminum that doesn't feel cheap, feels nice and expensive. It's a really nice light knife if you can handle an automatic in your neighborhood. I'm not telling you guys anything new. None of these knives are brand new. They're brand new to me. So, I was in that childish kind of feel this week. So I just wanted to discover new things. And I like this one. That's it. That's the knife of the day, the Microtech LUDT. Tomorrow's Friday, more knives of the day. man, I want to get some energy these weekends because I want to start talking about other things I collect. I think it'll be fun for you guys, whether it's silver or now camera stuff or whatever. But we'll see. We'll get to it at some point. But we're into, oh man, almost all next week we'll have knives of the days. Okay, and again, at some point, Spyderco will send out a note going, more Spideys coming your way. I wish all you guys the best. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Do you know that almost less than 35% of the people who watch these videos all the time actually subscribe? Show a little bit of love. Spend a couple of seconds and subscribe. There are bunches of videos on this site. If you can ignore the guy that's not an expert but just loves knives, you'll see a bunch of variety in the knives. Turn on your notifications as well in case I do start doing all these other videos. I really appreciate all of you guys. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.